We're supposed to get up to, I don't know, 18 inches or so? Yeah, there's a hack for keeping this thing up and running if the power goes out. Backup battery, it's just right there, and it's powering the furnace. Hello, good morning. It's 6:48, and we've got a nor'easter here in Massachusetts. I pulled my cars out front here so that they're not under any trees. They're a little safer. You can see my neighbor's lights over there, but pretty bad conditions, I would say. The snow, we've got about maybe 6 inches so far, maybe up to 8 actually. I'm not exactly sure. I went outside with the dogs, and yeah, it's kind of wet snow right now, which is not good. I don't like that. We're supposed to get up to, I don't know, 18 inches or so. So we'll see how much we get. My poor lawn tractor is buried over there. You can see some of the trees are the pine trees are kind of weeping in a way with all the snow on them. I just stepped out for a bit. Here's what it's like outside. We've already had a lot of snow this year, and the backyard is buried. And now we're getting more snow, so yeah, that should be not too good. Look at the pine trees over there. Their branches are usually pretty high up. Now they're just hanging down like this. There's the firewood shed over there. Good old firewood shed. If we lose power, I guess maybe we're burning in the fireplace. Although I do have a hack for that. So welcome to my basement, and the heater behind me, my gas heater. So yeah, there's a hack for keeping this thing up and running if the power goes out. This thing will not work, so we'll see all these lights go off and we won't hear anything because it's connected directly to main power. You can see it's connected directly to that box here. Now there's a hack, and I'll try and do it if the power goes out, or I might do it regardless. But basically, we take the power cord, we plug it into the wall, and we plug it into a backup battery. Now, how do you plug a power cord into one thing and the other thing where there's only one plug? So we make a power cord with two male ends, essentially. But we have to isolate the circuit first. So let me show you. So we're at my circuit breaker panel. So if the power goes out, all we do is flip this circuit breaker, and that turns off the power to the furnace. So when we turn off the circuit breaker to the furnace, that guarantees that when we're powering that circuit, we're not loading into the grid, or the grid's not loading into us, right? So there's no conflict there in terms of the way the electricity flows. So this is what we'll be using. A nice thick 12 gauge extension cord. This one's 25 foot. I don't need that long, so I'm going to cut it down and repurpose it. It'll be shorter with its original plugs, and then I bought two little male plugs that can just be easily adapted. So yeah, that should work nicely. So we'll try that out a little later. Give you updates on the storm throughout. Yeah, nor'easter in New England, folks. It's a nasty one this year. There'll be a lot of shoveling. My snow thrower broke, so that's not good. I have a long driveway too, so yeah, it's gonna be fun. All right, that's it for now. I'm off to make myself a coffee.
There's already controversies about him. He's not that popular anymore. He was doing well after it was revealed. So.
Midday update on the snow. We've still got lots of snow to go. It's still snowing out there. More wind right now than snow, but kind of blowing around. So yeah, there'll be more to go. Ooh, lunchtime update. Me and the boys shoveled the driveway. They're still out there shoveling. We had a nice gentleman in a truck come by and shovel our entryway, which was nice. So that's done. And they're just finishing up. But this is only half of it, so yeah, we're gonna have to do this again later on. Howdy. So we got another, what? I want to say 2-3 inches. It's 4 o'clock now, so only 4 hours or so passed. My boys and I did this driveway, and now I'm gonna do the stairs. Okay, I got the first step. Okay, here's the second step. Oh. I want to say that's 14 inches so far. It's around 14. I want to dig out an entrance to my bird feeder. Maybe I can get rid of that snow below the bird feeder. That would help. And then maybe I wouldn't have any more squirrel invasions. Lots of ice. Can't get through this stuff. It's ice. You get a metal shovel. Well, it should do. Whoa. Okay, maybe that'll do. They didn't come up off of here before. They could go off of the wall and just jump, but they haven't done that yet. They just went up here and jumped. Now they can't. My trailer is buried. Oh. Oh, it's a lot of snow. Finito. Oh, that about does it. I am done with shoveling. Not quite. There's still like 2 or 3 inches on the driveway. Looks like the snow stopped. Only wind right now. They said it was going to get colder. It's been hovering around like 32 Fahrenheit. So I think that's it, hopefully. Although they said snow is possible until 10, so we still got, 6 hours to go. Or five now, maybe. The power didn't go out, so I didn't have to make my little hack for the furnace, but I will. I will show you that coming up here. Whoa. I think I'm getting too old for this. Hey, so I'm down here in my garage / workshop area, and I've got the goods right here. Let's get started here. So we got our electrical cord. Let's grab our knife here, unwrap it, and we don't need all of this. So this is way too much for us. We're gonna try to salvage this basically. So let's see. I need like 6 feet. So let me see how much that would be. That's way longer than I need. So let's say from here to here. Yeah, right here somewhere. Or just in case, I'll chop it here. So first step is chop. There you go. I'll leave this intact. There we go. So we don't need that. We'll fix that so it'll be its own little thing. Put it here. Now we've got a cable, pretty long. And all we need to do is strip it back and install here. Let's see, how does this work? Okay, let's open this up. Let's see what I get. Okay, this comes apart. There you go. Here we go. So this comes undone a little bit to allow you to slide the whole cable in. And then I need to take this off as well. Take the whole front off. Let's do that. I could have left the sticker on, but I don't know if that's necessary. Okay, 1, 2. These are funny screws. They come out like really fast. Couple turns. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the pitch on these screws is really aggressive. Okay, so all we do is strip our wire and install it. So let's do that. Nope, not all the way. Almost. I don't want to cut too deep. I don't want to go and cut the insulation off of the inner wires. So here we go. Okay, let's trash. Here's our green, white, and black. So now we'll strip the wires from these. And these aren't solid, they're braided. But it should be a 12, right? I think our plug.
Flashback.
12 gauge extension cord.
End of flashback.
Said 12 gauge. So on my wire strippers, I go to 12. And that should do it. Go right there. Okay. Got one. I always like to twist them a little bit so that they stay together. Got one. There we go. Two. And let's twist. Oh, let's twist again. And let's get the third guy. And got that guy. Okay, twist, twist, twist. Now let's see how this will fit. So we're gonna have to go through this. Okay, and just leave that back there. Now let's see if I can fit all these in the plug. So green is down. Let's see if I have enough space here. So I put the wire between the screw and the plate in there for each of these. Okay, I need more. I need more here. So let's cut off a little bit more of this sheath. Need a little more. I'll try a 1/4 inch. I want to be conservative here. So it sounded like we needed an inch from the get-go. Now let's try. So green to green, black to black, white to white. Yeah, this is good. Look at that. Let's check. Let's tighten these down. So greens first. Just do it looser for now. Now white. Okay, and now black on the back side. Okay, yeah, that's looking pretty good. So we've got our completed cable there. All the sheathing is inside the plastic, which is nice. So I'm just going to tighten things up and get this end complete. Okay. Now I take my socket sheath here. Just need to figure out how to align this. Oh, I see. There's a little tab right there. See that little tab? That slides into here. Okay, now it's aligned. And now we can screw this in again. One, two, and three. Let me just tighten these up just to make sure. Good. Good. And good. Now, all I need to do is crimp this cable down here. So try and do this evenly. Guess I don't want to go nuts, but just kind of tight, but not too tight. Okay, that is it. So that's one plug, and all I need to do is repeat everything on this side.
Many tic-tacs later.
Okay, and just like that, with movie magic, we've got our two little plugs ready to go, two male ends. If you want to blow your electrical system, you definitely could use one of these and just whack, whack, and you trip a circuit breaker. But in our case, we're going to use it for some good. So let's check it out. Let's see what we can do with this. Okay, so we're over by our furnace again. And I just wanted to show you one more time how this whole thing works. So here's our furnace plug. Everything's plugged in or hardwired to this guy here, right? We've got a switch which controls this. We've also got a receptacle. So let me take this out. This is just a vacuum. So we can check how everything looks like with our little electrical tester. So let's check that out. We've got good. I think those two orange mean, let's see, two orange are correct. Okay, that's all it means. I think it's testing polarity or something. And the second one's good too. Okay, so let's leave that in. And let's go to our electrical panel and let's turn off the furnace with the switch. So that'll simulate our electrical failure or power outage. Okay, we're at our electrical panel and this guy right up here says furnace. So let's flip them off. So as you can see, our circuit is dead, right? Nothing. Our furnace is dead. There's nothing going on. So how do we fix this? Now we can remove our little tester because we're sure that that's a dead plug. Now we use our plug. So we take one end of our plug, and right now it doesn't matter which one we plug it into because everything's dead. So we can plug it into our outlet here. There we go. And the second end goes to our backup battery. So here we've got an Anker Solix, and all we do is hook it into one of the outlets. And now we can just power everything on. There we go. Okay. It's powering on. It's 99% charged. Now if I hit this button, it'll power on the outlet, and it's green here. And if we follow it up, it's green here. And look at that. Look at our furnace. It's working. Yeah, so that is that. That's our furnace powered with our Anker Solix backup battery power. Backup battery is just right there, and it's powering the furnace. There is no power going into it right now, no external power. So that's a nice, cheap, quick way to power your gas or oil furnace if it needs electricity during a power outage, and pretty effective. The power cord was, I believe, 20 bucks. Each of the plugs was $2 at Harbor Freight. And I still have the power cord. I can just repair that plug, and I'll still have, you know, a power cord that's 25 feet minus 6 feet, whatever that is, 19 feet long. So yeah, good deal. And then this cord, so reversing this is easy, right? So say the power comes on, and you can see when the power comes on because then all your other appliances start to work, right? But your furnace is still turned off at the switch, right? At the panel, the fuse box. So what do you do? So say your main power is back on and you want to disconnect, right? So how do you do it? So we can do one of a couple things. If I disconnect this first, this is no longer live. If I disconnect this first, this whole thing is still live, right? So I can just take this out, But I can also reverse the whole procedure, right? So I can unpower the electrical cord. That's no longer powered, right? And then I can disconnect it safely, disconnect this safely, and set this to the side. And that's it. And then I flip the switch again. So back at the panel, we just flip the fuse the other way. Now our furnace is powered again. Close this. And here we go. The furnace is powering up again. It's got a little startup sequence or something. And this thing is annoying. This is a transformer. I'm not sure for what exactly, some kind of accessory, but it's making a noise. I don't like that. Maybe I'll see if I can do something about that. But that is it. So I hope you enjoyed this little episode. We had a little winter storm and we simulated a power outage, and we did something about it to keep our home heated. If anytime in the future, that should happen to you, remember this little trick. And as long as you got a little backup battery unit like I do, you can power your gas furnace and get through your power outage with heat running. All right, that is it from me. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't for more updates like these and other cool stuff like woodworking and dogs and birds and squirrels and everything. Yeah, signing out. Bye.